Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs. Every sub counts, so thank you very much if you just subbed. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. So, this is more of a review and a discussion instead of a news video today. Maybe a shenanigan, I guess. I watched the entire season of Jellystone, the entire first season of Jellystone, and instead of giving you guys like a full breakdown of every episode, I don't think like people want to watch that, like a full 2-hour breakdown or something. I've done it before with like Animaniacs. You guys didn't really like it that much, so instead, I'm going to just give my thoughts about the show, and I want to talk about one of the episodes I really, really didn't like. Like, I thought it was terrible. So all the other episodes in the show were like, okay, so what do I give the entire season, the first season of Jellystone, or maybe what do I rate the entire show? Because this is the entire show right now. It's only one season long. I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. So basically, it's just a little bit above average, you know. I don't like a lot of the change. Some of the changes are interesting. I think making Yogi a doctor gives him some interesting depth in the show. And Cindy's also a doctor, and Boo Boo is kind of like a nurse, I guess. I think that's interesting. I do think that's interesting instead of just having Yogi being like a bear that just, you know, wears a tie and wanders around a park all day, you know, helping his friends or doing whatever the hell. So in this show, they actually gave him an occupation. He is a doctor, like I said, with Cindy. He's a surgeon, doctor, whatever you want to call him. And very interesting there. So that's one of the best parts of the show. I think the best episodes in this show overall are the ones that feature Boo Boo, Yogi, Cindy, Doggy Daddy, Augie Doggy, and yeah, that's basically it. There's a whole bunch of other characters. This show has a lot of characters. A lot of characters. And I think that only these 5 are really the golden gooses here. So that's Yogi, Cindy, and Boo Boo, Augie Doggy, and Daddy Doggy. Those are the best, in my opinion, the 5 best characters in the entire show. All the episodes those characters were in were pretty enjoyable. The other characters, I just didn't think that they were that great. And I do want to talk about some of the changes they made. They made a couple changes here and there. Some of the biggest changes were Jabberjaw is now this is what we're going to talk about in this episode. So overall, like I said, I'm going to talk about this one really bad episode today. So again, I think the show is decent, 6 out of 10. There's only about 5 characters that I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I guess Huckleberry Hound is sort of okay too, but I don't know. I didn't really like the episodes he was in that much, unless they were focused around Yogi or Augie Doggy or Daddy Doggy. But let's. Oh my God, what was I searching up here? Jabberjaw. So this is what they've done to Jabberjaw. Used to be this older character here. Jabberjaw, he used to be a man. And what do you think they did to Jabberjaw? Of course they gender swapped him into just an obnoxious, like, it's a teenager that's just obnoxious, and she's a girl, and they utterly slaughtered. They literally took Jabberjaw round back and made him into a can of tuna. What the fuck? Absolutely. So Jabberjaw, in my opinion, has to be one of the worst characters on this show. I can't stand what they did to Jabberjaw. It's this annoying teenager character. She's always on her phone. It's just, and she's like hitting on like the guys and stuff. And I don't know what the fuck's going on with this character. No, what is it? She's always looking for a boyfriend. It's like, I don't know what the hell they did to Jabberjaw. Used to be a fun little, comedy character. Look at him. He's having a great time playing some music with the band here. I don't know what they did. They did Jabberjaw dirty as hell. The other character, I don't think this was the worst change, but I'd rather them not change the characters. The other main change was Augie Doggy, which they changed from, you might remember this character here, Augie Doggy. They also gender swapped this character into a girl, and they have the same name, I believe. They're still called Augie. And yeah, you could actually see what they did there. I really enjoy the old design. I think this design this is the design here. This is the new design, Augie Doggy, from Jellystone. Really just didn't think it was that great of a change. So the Daddy Doggy is, Doggy Daddy is actually his name. My bad. I've been saying it wrong. I don't know why I called him Daddy Dog. Okay. Doggy Daddy. That's my bad. Doggy Daddy there. He's a very overprotective character, but anyways, I think he was fantastic. I think, Doggy Daddy was one of the best characters on the entire show, like I've said previously. But Augie Doggy, she's okay, and she's one of the best characters in the show. But like, did they really need to gender swap her? No, I don't think gender swapping her added anything, literally nothing to this show. And all of the episodes that had her, none of them really did anything, unique or interesting. The gender swap thing literally was just a middle finger. It's like, why would you do it? Diversity and inclusion, who the hell knows? It just seemed, it changed nothing, but she still ends up being the best character, or not the best character. I think Yogi and Boo Boo are the best, honestly, but she's one of the top 5 characters in my opinion. And I didn't really appreciate the gender swap. They keep doing this shit all across these woke Hollywood shows. It doesn't matter what company you go to now. They're always doing this shit. They're changing the characters, gender swapping, race swapping. Sometimes they're just writing characters that are too problematic out of the show. Apu from The Simpsons, great example. So yeah, I don't appreciate this change here. Or Jabberjaw was the word. They butchered Jabberjaw. They just butchered Jabberjaw. But yeah, Augie Doggy. One of the sort of jokes that, or like I guess it was the catchphrases. If you guys remember this character, maybe you don't remember. He frequently would say stuff like, "Oh, son of mine," like, okay, I didn't say it very good. Hold on, it's like, "Oh, son of mine," it's like, "Let's go to the park, oh son of mine." And they actually did a joke where the Doggy Daddy accidentally says like, "Oh son of my, oh son, oh daughter of mine." Like he says it like, I guess it was a joke for like the older fans who know that this character was used to be a boy, so they did that little joke there. But yeah, overall, Jellystone, it was just okay, just slightly above average. A lot of jokes to the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. A lot of characters say shit like, "I haven't seen X, Y, and Z since the 70s." They make a bunch of jokes like that. And yeah, so there's a lot of old school humor. They bring back a lot of old characters. They sort of try and upgrade them. Some of them, they give them occupations. They give them like more personality and whatever. But yeah, man. So I'm going to talk about this really, really terrible episode really quickly. I don't want this to go on too long. But let's take a look here. So this is the worst episode. I think almost all the other ones were decent. Like they were like solid 5, 6, 7s maybe. I don't think like any of these episodes are like 8, 9s, or 10s. Like they were all just very mediocre. But this was the worst one. I think I have to give this one like a 2 or a 1 out of 10. It was that bad. What happens in this one? So this is called A Coconut to Remember. And guess which character it stars? Jabberjaw and Magilla Gorilla. And that's another character they did dirty. I forgot. Yeah, so they basically, poor Magilla Gorilla. They changed them from being more of a dopey kind of character to being some kind of gay sounding fashionista kind of character. It just, like I said, they try to give everybody an occupation or something in this one. But yeah, it was really weird. So a bunch of Hanna-Barbera characters just got like touched up or whatever. So they went with like a kind of like a gay sounding fashionista character with Magilla Gorilla. Really weird direction to take it in, but okay, I guess. Yeah, one of the things I almost said, Johnny Quest is in the show and he doesn't say anything. I just wanted to bring that up. Okay, literally Johnny Quest, one of like my favorite Hanna-Barbera characters, one of the most like adventurous characters out here, does he even say a damn thing in the show? I think he's just basically he's silent, but his friend like Harjan or whatever says something. There's also that genie. I didn't really like the genie too much, but yeah, a lot of the characters in this show are just like sidelined, don't barely even speak a word, or they're pretty worthless. But yeah, let's get into this episode here. So why is this one so bad? I'm gonna tell you guys. We're gonna go through it, but like, here's the synopsis of this one, basically, in my own words. Jabberjaw, being a teenage, very annoying shark, and she's a girl. She's just one of those like prissy, annoying, obnoxious kind of like teenage characters. Like in Kim Possible or something, she would be like Bonnie, I guess, but more obnoxious and like crazy. And she's always trying to find a boyfriend. And look, if you watch the show, you see how bad Jabberjaw is. And this episode really just makes me hate Jabberjaw in this iteration, very much so. So what they basically do, they have Jabberjaw. She works for Magilla Gorilla in the fashion show, or in this like, I don't know, fashion store or whatever. And to get her raise, and you're gonna love this one. To get a raise, she's been working there for a long time. And she wants a raise, but there's another employee. What is her name? Foxy. She's like a French character. I don't really remember that character too much from Hanna-Barbera, but yeah, she's like this French. Was her name Foxy? I can't remember. So a coconut to remember. Let's take a look here. There's Snagglepuss, and is that Cindy? It looks like, yeah. And there you go. There's Magilla Gorilla's little bowler hat thing there. And he sells bow ties. And actually, they do make a funny joke about how many characters in like Hanna-Barbera cartoons wear bow ties. I thought that was funny, at least. That's like, that's why instead of a 0 out of 10, I'm giving it like a 1 or a 2. This is the character here. I think her name is Foxy. She's French. So yeah, again, I don't really remember this character. I can't really remember where she was from, but yeah, so anyway, so there's Magilla Gorilla, and yeah, like I said, so he's kind of a gay kind of, like a gay hairstylist. He has that kind of like sound to him. So yeah, that's what they did to him. Oh boy. But anyway, so Jabberjaw and Foxy work, and there's Jabberjaw. There's Jabberjaw. So yeah. Oh, I forgot this character's what was this character's name? Oh my god. Hold on. It's something with the Hanna-Barbera. Oh my god, I spelled that really bad. I spelled that oh my lord. Okay, hold on. Hanna-Barbera. This character doesn't really do much in the show. He's a teacher for some reason. Hanna-Barbera. Wow, I'm just terrible at spelling. Horse. What the heck is this guy's name? The Quick Draw McGaw? Is that his name? El Bong. His name is El Bong. I just remembered. Oh my god. El Bong. Yes, there we go. Oh, is that his Quick Draw McGaw? Oh, Kabong. Oh wait, is that his name? Kabong. It might be Kabong. El Kabong. Yeah, there we go. El Kabong. Okay. So that's what he's going by in this show. I don't know what the heck. Quick Draw McGraw in Kabong. Oh my god. Too much Kabong here. But yeah, so El Kabong is the guy's name. These two seem to have, I don't know, they tease some kind of relationship, sort of, maybe not really. El Kabong is the teacher. I don't know why he's the teacher. That's so weird, but he's the teacher. So yeah. And there we go. So Jabberjaw having some fantasy here. She wants to become the manager. So what do you think she does? She can't get the promotion. So a really unfortunate accident happens here. Oh, that was a fun little gag they did, throwback. But she can't get her promotion, so she starts viciously shaking this tree in rage. I don't exactly remember why she was shaking the tree, but she was rejected. Foxy has been at the store longer. She couldn't get a raise. So she shakes this tree, and Magilla, what is it? A pineapple or a coconut or something? Well, okay, hold on. I can't get it. I think it was a pineapple. A coconut. It's a coconut. So a coconut falls on his head. And he has amnesia. So she takes advantage of her boss. Like, what? This is disgusting. So we have a very obnoxious character who doesn't get her way. This is the story. This is the storyline. So far, we're only halfway through here. We're only 4:59 out of 11. So these are 11-minute episodes. We're only halfway here. This is pretty terrible. So she doesn't get her way. So she, this is, I guess it was, you could say this was an accident. So she basically gives her boss amnesia because she threw a violent rage. And now Magilla Gorilla has amnesia. So she takes advantage of him and says, oh yeah, you were going to give me a promotion. And that's just disgusting. And then it gets worse because later he starts, his memory starts coming back. His memory starts coming back. What do you think they do? There you go. They beat him over the head with a coconut. That's what they do. They actually viciously do it this time. Hold on a second here. We get some backstory to the old Magilla Gorilla, but I can't. Oh yeah, they make a joke about the interior, about the stupid. It was a very stupid joke, but anyways, yeah. So this, I can't remember if this was another random accident. I'm pretty sure they just grabbed the coconut and just freaking bashed it over his head. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me just play it really quick. Whoops, my arm slipped. Yeah. Whoops, my arm slipped. She purposely injured her boss so that she could get a promotion and take advantage of him again. This is how disgusting of an episode. Like, what? I thought that these kinds of shows back in the day, they used to, like, teach kids a lesson or, I get it. Like, Tom and Jerry, sometimes it was just mindless violence where they were whacking each other. But, like, holy shit. This episode is, like, teaching kids, if you want to get forward in life, just harm your boss or just like use violence to get your way is what is seeming to be implied here. Manipulate people who are, not of stable mind. She is literally taking advantage of an injured boss, like her injured boss who's not in a mentally good state. So fantastic writing here. Fantastic writing. And so you can see she's making her changes all across town. She even she gets rid of the Magilla Gorilla hat that we seen earlier, the bowler hat. You can see the place is getting destroyed. She's running it into the ground, and you could see that she's just been beating every time Magilla Gorilla comes to. Like she beats, like viciously beats him over the head with coconuts, and I'm just like, you have SpongeBob over here. Look, let's see here. SpongeBob SquarePants cancels episodes. Or sorry, not cancels. What do they call it? Removes the episode. Oh, I guess canceled episode. Yeah, 2 SpongeBob SquarePants. I did a video on this. I've talked about it several times. 2 SpongeBob SquarePants episodes no longer on Nickelodeon. One of them was because it was the panty one, right? Midlife. Yeah, one of them was the quarantine one, so that's understandable, I guess. But the other one is the clam flu. The other one was the one where it was like, are you seeing it now, Mr. No, what did he say? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? That was that episode, Midlife Crustacean. And the reason that was removed was because of a panty raid. Can you believe it? So I'm over here. I'm over here. And I'm just like, they removed an episode. I guess I get the quarantine one. We're all being quarantined. Nobody wants to be reminded of that. So I understand that one. But that should come back later. I think that quarantine episode, after the pandemic's done, put it back in circulation. Don't ban it forever. But the other one, it's just a panty raid. It was just a harmless little thing. This episode literally just tells people that, like, if you want to get a promotion, beat the fuck out of your boss with a coconut, use violence. This is an episode. Like, why? I don't understand that. SpongeBob episodes getting banned for like, silly kind of reasons. Did they really have to ban some old episode? That like, who's complaining about it? Who was complaining about it? I feel like they had woke. They have some SJW division at Nickelodeon. Someone with a gender studies degree or whatever that goes through and watches every episode and says, this one's problematic. Let's pull that one out. I don't remember anybody like screaming, saying like, hey, these episodes of SpongeBob are in poor taste. Get rid of them. I don't remember anyone saying that. It just seems to be Nickelodeon straight up just took the episodes down. And I guess they shelved them. Maybe they'll come back someday. Who knows? And that's why sometimes it's better to just watch these shows online because they can't take them away from you once they put them on the internet. You know what I mean? So Jabberjaw, she's beating the ever-living shit out of Magilla Gorilla to the point where they had to call Cindy and Yogi, who are doctors. See, I mentioned this earlier. There was a reason I mentioned that they were doctors, and Boo Boo is a nurse. So Yogi and Cindy come, and Cindy looks at Magilla Gorilla and says, if this man takes one more bonk to the head, he is going to have permanent like memory damage. So this is Jabberjaw literally beats the ever-living shit out of her boss so much that he almost has permanent damage, and this is an episode that isn't being taken down. And it's baffling. Like, I don't want it to be taken down. I'd rather we don't have censorship. It's made now. Let's point and laugh at it. I don't want it to be taken down. I just want to reiterate that, but I just find it like baffling that some of these other stupid, these older episodes of shows are being pulled for being too problematic because of like one or two lines or, a silly little plot here and there. Meanwhile, this episode that tells you to use violence on people who don't give you what you want until they have permanent brain damage is up in the air here. It's still online, or it's on HBO Max or whatever. Baffling, right? Baffling. And again, I don't want them to pull it down. I'm just making the comparison, like, wow, what a double standard we have here. And this is why this is one of the worst episodes of Jellystone. What a terrible episode. I don't think I saw too many people talk about Jellystone. I don't think people reviewed this show too much. I saw some online, but yeah, so they basically look at this poor man, or poor gorilla, absolute beat the hell out of him, and they ended up having to go into his memories. They had some like machine or something. What was it? They had a machine that lets you go into the subconscious, and we get some backstory on Magilla Gorilla here, and so Jabberjaw goes in. It's kind of like Inception. They kind of do an Inception type of thing here. And they go in the memories, and she basically ends up getting his memories back. And and it was just terrible. Wait, at the end of the episode, don't they do it again? I think they do. So she saves him, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for what I am sorry for abusing you and taking advantage of you." So she doesn't get to be the manager anymore, and I think they do it again, right? Yeah, and then it happens again. Oh, they both get knocked out this time. Oh yeah, that's right. And then to cover the whole thing up, they both get memory loss, so she doesn't get to be the manager or whatever she wanted to be, and he totally forgot that he gave her the position. Just a terrible episode. Just a terrible, terrible episode. Use violence to get what you want and give people permanent damage. What a garbage episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. On Jellystone, give me this episode was terrible. Obviously, I don't think anyone's disagreeing, but let me know your thoughts on the entirety of Jellystone if you even watched it. Most people didn't watch it, I don't think. I heard nothing about this show. I haven't heard people talking about it. I haven't heard anyone say, yeah, I watched that. Let me know if you watched it. Let me know if it was any good. Did you think it was good? Do you agree with my 6 out of 10 for the whole season? Was this the worst episode? I don't think anyone could agree that or disagree that this was easily one of the worst episodes in the whole damn show. Awful show. Terrible lesson for children. And I want to hear your comments down below. Like it and share it, and please subscribe. I do all kinds of news and shenanigans, and I do reviews too. I do all kinds of reviews. I just did Courage the Cowardly Dog Meets Scooby-Doo, Straight Outta Nowhere, whatever the hell that movie was called. It has a really long name. It's like Straight Outta Nowhere, Courage the Cowardly Dog Meets Scooby-Doo. Really long title name, but yeah, I do reviews and stuff. So if you guys like what you see in here, please subscribe. Nobody's talking about this. A great time to talk about it, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Nobody's talking about Jellystone, so it's great to make people aware of what these people are sneaking into cartoons. They're gender swapping things under your nose. They're race swapping characters. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit, and they're putting in god-awful plots like this one. The end. Bye-bye. See you later, everyone.